There is a new story quest in Hello Kitty Island Adventure Update 1.8.5, and in this one we're finally going to be able to reunite Top Hat, Big Challenges, and the Island Spirit, and Wish Me Mel will finally be able to deliver that letter. In order to unlock this quest, you'll need to have completed all the other Island Mystery quests up until this point. So you need all of the friends to be best friends, and to have taken all of the friends except for Top Hat, Big Challenges, and the little twin stars to meet the Island Spirit. And then you'll have to have done all of the different quests that pop up along the way, including the entire quest series for Up in the Clouds. So if you're not best friends with all the characters, or you haven't done all of those quests yet, you'll need to do those first before this quest becomes available. The quest you're looking for is Return to the Heart Part 1. Once you have it, track the quest and go and talk to Cinderella. He lets us know that the Island Spirit would like to see us, and that she's feeling a bit better. This kicks off the quest Return to the Heart Part 1. So head down to the heart of the island and talk to the Island Spirit. She says it's been wonderful getting to know everyone and having everyone on Friendship Island. And she says she thinks she's ready to meet her oldest friends again. And she asks us to invite Top Hat and Big Challenges down to see her. So head over and talk to Big Challenges. He is really excited and says it's been so long since we found the Cloud Router, and he's ready to go right now. Top Hat, however, is a bit nervous. He didn't like what happened the last time they went to see her and is afraid she might get upset again. Big Challenges reminds him that going to visit her isn't just up to her, and that if Top Hat isn't ready, then that's okay, and we'll wait till everyone is. And with all of the training, he is now a master of patience. Big Challenges decides that Top Hat needs to learn to be braver and should talk to Keroppi. So follow Top Hat over to Spooky Swamp, or wherever Keroppi happens to be for you, and talk to him. Keroppi notices that Top Hat looks a little worried, and Top Hat explains that the Island Spirit invited them down, but that he's a little nervous. Keroppi says it makes sense since it's been so long and she had a pretty strong reaction last time. Top Hat explains she's one of his oldest friends, and Keroppi asks him if he still wants to be friends with her, because as wonderful as friendship is, it doesn't always last, and that that's okay too, because sometimes we grow and change and find new friends, and that friendship is an awesome choice we get to make, not an obligation. Top Hat thinks for a minute and decides he does want to be friends with the Island Spirit. He remembers the adventures they had together and thinks they could have more. So Keroppi decides we should work on facing our fears, and since we're in Spooky Swamp, there are plenty of scary things, and asks us to meet him over by the Haunted Mansion. So head over there and talk to Keroppi. He asks us to close our eyes for a minute. And And when we open them, we're surrounded by Nulls in ghost costumes. While it surprised Top Hat, it didn't scare him because the Nulls are his friends even in spooky costumes. Kuropi thought it would be frightening, so he thinks Top Hat must be braver than he thought. Top Hat explains that it actually reminded him of a time that Big Challenges tried to scare him. And that Big Challenges is actually the one who came up with the ghost costumes for the Nulls. And then he surprised the Island Spirit and Top Hat with the idea. And Top Hat explains that the Island Spirit used to come to Spooky Swamp a lot because she liked the pumpkin patch. So Kuropi asks Top Hat what the scariest place for him is on Friendship Island. He says that aside from Icy Peak, he thinks it must be Mount Hothead. So Kuropi suggests we ride the minecart rides. So now the game asks us to meet them over on Mount Hothead. So they take kind of an odd route to get up here, but you're looking to meet them at that upper ruins entrance. Once you're there, talk to Kuropi, and this will kick off a cutscene of riding the minecart ride with Kuropi and Top Hat. Top Hat doesn't seem to be enjoying himself on the ride. When it ends, Kuropi says that Top Hat didn't look very scared, and Top Hat says he actually wasn't, and he appreciates all the trying to help, but what's frightening about hurting friends is different than what's scary about a place or a ride, and he thinks he needs to face his fears about emotions. And Kuropi suggests that we call him Pachako because he's a wonderful coach and knows just what to say to pep you up. Luckily, he's running by so we can talk to him right away. Kuropi explains the situation, and Pachako acknowledges facing your fears is difficult, so he's gonna have to think about this to make sure we get it right, and says we better get together tomorrow. This completes the quest, Return to the Heart Part 1, and you'll have to wait until after Island Reset on the next day for Part 2. After Island Reset on the next day, you should have a new quest, Return to the Heart Part 2. So track the quest and go and talk to Top Hat. He says he's intrigued to see what Pachako may have planned for today, and he arrives with Kuropi, asks if we're ready for an adventure, and he says we're gonna start by climbing up Gemstone Mountain. This kicks off the quest, Return to the Heart Part 2, and then the quest gets a little bit confusing to me because I followed them on the map, and they take kind of a long way to get over to the beach at Gemstone Mountain. So go and meet them over there. When you talk to them, Pachako just says, "Nice work, everyone. Let's keep up the pace." And then he says, "Let's keep going. Up Gemstone Mountain we go." However, for whatever reason, all of them just run along the beach and head back to the Mount Hothead fast travel point, which they then take to go over to the Icy Peak entrance. So just head over to the Icy Peak entrance. We'll pretend that they climb there. Once there, talk to Pachako. Again, he says, "We're gonna keep going," and Top Hat's worried that the next highest place is going to be Icy Peak. And Pachako says we're gonna head out to the Happy Hideaway. So you can follow them over to the Happy Hideaway, but because they're not affected by the wind, it may be difficult to follow them. I just took the fast travel point to the top of Icy Peak and then jumped down on the right side to get to the Happy Hideaway. Once inside, talk to Pachako, and Top Hat loves this space because it's so cozy, and he wouldn't have thought there was somewhere on Icy Peak he'd actually enjoy. And Pachako commends him for making the climb on Icy Peak even though it's a scary place for him. But Top Hat says he guesses now that we rescued Big Challenges and he has such wonderful friends to brave Icy Peak with him, it's really just not that scary anymore. He thought it would be frightening, but now that he's here, it really isn't. And Pachako says that that's a really important thing to find out because sometimes things get much more scary in our own heads because we worry and imagine what might happen and it's really scary, but then when we face our fears, sometimes they're not so bad, and that no one can know what will happen until it does, and that spending too much time worrying can take away from enjoying the present. Top Hat says he's enjoyed our adventures, but it's time to go and talk to Big Challenges. So head back and talk to Big Challenges with Top. he says his adventures have been enlightening and he's feeling much braver. Big Challenges says it's okay if he needs more time, but Top Hat says he's ready to meet the island spirit and that we should all go together. So head back to the heart of the island and talk to the island spirit. She says she's glad they came to visit, but she's not sure what to say. Big Challenges says that's fine, they're just happy everybody's here and that they miss her. And it was sad when she didn't want to see them. Top Hat says when the Cloud Router was restored and he was able to remember her, he felt so terrible that he'd forgotten and he felt all the pain of missing her at the same time. And then when they came to find her through the dark water, and she rejected them, he didn't really know why and he still doesn't. The Island Spirit explains that when Big Challenges was lost on Icy Peak and the little twin stars only managed to save part of Top Hat, she decided she didn't want to have friends anymore because it was too hard to lose them, so no more friends for her, and she went to sleep. And then she started to dream that people were back on the island and that they had restored the oasis and woke up Mount Hothead. They'd climbed Icy Peak and rescued Big Challenges, and she was still scared of making new friends. So the fading began, and she wanted to keep everyone out so badly, but it ended up drawing all of us to her. And when we found the heart of the island, she didn't want to be friends, but it did wake her up, and then she got to see everyone clearly, to see how kind Hello Kitty and My Melody are, a friendly rivalry between Kuromi and Batsmaru, and then we all reminded her how wonderful friendship is. By introducing her to all of our friends, by building the happy hideaway, by holding the concert and jumping out of airplanes, and all of it together restored her. And she hopes that if they can be friends again, she'll be able to leave the heart. Big Challenges says he's up for it. And Top Hat says that friends and caring about others makes us vulnerable. We risk loss or bad luck or just making mistakes, and a part of him is always going to worry about that. But it'd be a great joy to all be friends again. And their two spirit hearts combine, and in a burst of sparkles, the island spirit is free. And she says we should go see the rest of the island. It quickly cuts to the beach with everybody and the island spirit. She says it's so bright and cheerful and full of friends, and everyone welcomes her back to Seaside Resort. She tells Kiki he did such a good job of helping, and he says he was super sneaky about it. They say this calls for a celebration, and that all of this happened because My Melody was invited to open a gift shop. And now we finally get to find out who invited her. It wasn't Top Hat, it wasn't the Island Spirit or Big Challenges. Of course, it was the little twin stars. They sent the invitation because they wanted to bring the Island Spirit back, and the mention of an invitation reminds Wish Me Mel that she has a letter that she was supposed to deliver a while ago. She reminds everyone she came to Friendship Island to deliver a letter. A letter for the Island Spirit. So she gives it to the Island Spirit, who says it's a letter from someone who says they're a neighbor. Big Challenges points out that this is an island, so who could be our neighbor? She's not sure, and she can't sense anyone new around. The letter asks that we take good care of the neighborhood, and it's signed I, or maybe it's LL, but given the responses, I'm pretty sure it's I, with dots after it, like initials, so it's a new mystery and a mission. We must continue to take care of Friendship Island and discover who this mysterious neighbor might be. Big Challenges says there's something else we need to do because we've repaired the bridges, gotten rid of all the rubble, but we haven't finished Big Adventures Park. So we need to make the best and ultimate ride, and Top Hat is willing to help him. But first, before we begin our next project, he says we need to savor our many wonderful memories and celebrate with all of our friends. At this point, make sure that you are listening to the audio because we have a new collaboration song that is part of this next cutscene that you won't want to miss. So I'll stop talking so that we can watch it.
Feeling free, feeling good, just you and me. Really fresh, ready
After completing the quest, if you want to see the music video another time, you can return to the heart of the island and interact with it, and it'll play it again. And this concludes Return to the Heart Part 2, and now the island spirit can be found wandering around the island. So far we can only talk to her and she'll give us a different line of dialogue each day, but as far as we can tell she doesn't act as one of the friends, so you won't have to worry about gifting or leveling up friendship. But now you can see her wandering around and free. But for now we'll just ponder who sent that letter and where are they? So hopefully this helps you free the island spirit in the Return to the Heart quest. If it did, be sure to give the video a like to help others find it as well. Subscribe for more Hello Kitty Island adventure content. We do stream all of the updates, and we did stream the update where this quest came out if you want to see it complete in real time, and all the other quests that came with it. Be sure to check out the shop for game-related designs, and turn on notifications to find out the next time we go live. Hope to see you there.